Greetings, everyone. My name is Thanvi Kaushal Sheth. I am an Illinois licensed attorney, and the name of my firm is the Law Shed. Today, we are going to be talking about the Backpage Remission Program. Please listen to the whole thing. It is important that you listen to the whole thing, otherwise, you will miss it. Okay, so let's begin. Okay. It's called the Backpage Remission Program. It's a federal remission program for survivors. The deadline is March 31st, 2026. This is also attorney advertising because the intake is on. We are currently accepting clients. This is also for general informational purposes only. It's not legal advice. There is no attorney-client relationship unless and until we have a signed engagement agreement by both the parties. Our contact information is over here. Our phone number is 312-219-2447 and the website is thelawshed.com. Okay. So the Backpage Remission Program is the largest remission process to date to compensate victims of human trafficking. It is administered by U.S. Department of Justice. The fund, how much is available? It's over 200 million. Over 200 million in forfeited assets available to survivors. Forfeited. Yes, I'm saying that correctly. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about what's the background, what is Backpage. So in 2004, there was a website called backpage.com. From 2004 to 2018, this website operated in United States, and it was an online classified advertising platform. On this platform, there was a lot of mainly advertisements for prostitution, for sex work. So in 2018, the federal government came and shut the website down, seized the assets of Backpage.com. In that same month, when Backpage.com was stopped, CityX Guide came into existence. So that operated from April 2018 to June 2020. In June 2020, even that was shut down. So once the feds came and shut Backpage down, seized their assets, there was a criminal case that went on. There is still some proceedings going on in that department. However, a civil settlement agreement has been reached where over 200 million in forfeited assets have been made available through the federal remission program, the Backpage Remission Program, for survivors. So now we are talking about who is the survivor, who is eligible to submit a claim for this particular Backpage Remission Program. So question number 1, were you advertised on Backpage.com or cityxguide.com? For Backpage.com, it's January 1, 2004 to April 6, 2018. For cityxguide.com, it was April 8, 2018 to June 19th, 2020. Whether the advertisement, whether you posted your own self, whether somebody else posted you, whether these ads were posted without your knowledge, all of that is okay. Question number 2, was it for commercial sex induced by force, fraud, or coercion? Commercial sex is exchange of a sexual act for something of value. Okay. Now let's talk about commercial sex induced, okay, by force, fraud, or coercion. Reason these 3 conditions exist because that's the federal definition of sex trafficking. Commercial sex induced by force, fraud, or coercion. So think about it like this. For an adult, 18 plus, the moment you were unwillingly, if you unwillingly had to engage in prostitution, you became a victim. Okay. For minors, any commercial sex act, that's trafficking, and so they qualify. There is no force, fraud, or coercion required because for a minor, they simply didn't have the capacity to consent for such a thing. Okay. What is force, fraud, or coercion? Force, physical violence, threats, being held against your will, confiscation of ID documents, punishment for not meeting quotas. What does fraud look like? False promises about pay, lies about what work involved, recruited for one job, forced into another. What is coercion? Threats to harm you or your family, debt bondage, you owe me money, so now you gotta go and do sex work, using addiction to control you, psychological manipulation, threats to report, police, ICE, all of that. These are just examples. Okay, so quick recap. Question to see if you are eligible to submit for the Backpage Remission Program. Okay, question number 1, were you advertised on Backpage from 2004 to 2018 or CityX Guide from April 2018 to June 2020? Question number 2, was it for commercial sex induced by force, fraud, or coercion? Okay. Now, you don't need to have reported this to any police or any authorities. You don't need to have done any investigations, like you don't even need to report, you don't need to disclose the name of your trafficker. This is completely unrelated to any other proceedings, and it's perfectly fine if this is the first time you are coming and sharing your story, okay, and making a petition. So, in the petition itself, the trafficker name field is optional. Now, some common examples where if someone is thinking that what if they posted themselves on Backpage? Okay. Well, if you posted yourself on Backpage, let's take an example. So there was a criminal case that went on, as I stated before. The name was USA v. Lacey, and in that there was a restitution hearing. In that restitution hearing, and of course, please note, restitution and remission is different, but this gives us an example, and so just simply understand what I'm sharing, which is the court found. So in this scenario, somebody posted herself on Backpage in Denver from approximately 2012 to 2015, copied and posted other ads to create her own, later came under a pimp's control, testified she was forced to take Molly by her pimp. Starting voluntarily does not disqualify you if you later lose control. Okay, as soon as the moment you became an unwilling participant, you became a victim of trafficking. Okay, for a minor status, automatic trafficking victim. Someone else is controlling everything. Of course, these are clear signs of trafficking. You started willingly, but things changed. Okay, this is a situation where someone was engaged in sex work on Backpage.com for 2 different pimps. First pimp, this person had autonomy, so fine. But for a second pimp, made her immediately hand over any money earned. Court's finding, a claimant can start off as a willing participant only to become a victim once forced or coerced to engage in prostitution unwillingly. Okay. What can you recover? Eligible losses. First of all, the fund is for over $200 million. Now, there is no cap on how much one can recover. However, it does depend on how many people apply and what is available and how you have documented your own losses. So, what is eligible? Documented past and future medical expenses related to trafficking, documented past and future behavioral health treatment, therapy, counseling, substance abuse, etc., lost wages, funeral expenses for estates, other documented out-of-pocket expenses directly related to trafficking, including tattoo removal, dental expenses, etc. What is not recoverable? Pain and suffering, future speculative losses without documentation, damages unrelated to Backpage, care cost for surviving family members. If you are our client, of course, we will help you in gathering documents, figuring out what we can use, how we can use it. But irrespective of anything, this is a petition that requires quite a lot of work. And the more prepared it is, the better your petition is, better documentation, the better your claim would be. So start early. Who can file? Survivors, adults and former minors, estates of deceased victims, parents, guardians on behalf of minors, incapacitated individuals. Your options: you can file on your own for free on backpageremission.com, or you can hire an attorney. The Law Shed is currently accepting clients. We charge 30% contingency, and you pay nothing if there is no recovery. If you are in immediate danger, of course, call 911. If you need resources related to trafficking, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Toll-free number is 1-888-373-7888. There is no filing fee for this petition. You do not need to hire an attorney. You can if you want to. You have a right to retain an attorney, but you don't have to. These are attorney advertising disclosures. Sources. And the deadline to file is March 31st, 2026. Our office number is 312-219-2447. Our website is www.thelawshed.com. Thank you.